Aquarius, the song that's playing for you is fantasy. It's crazy because dreams and wishes. So, or community and wishes. So you could be in a position where, look, you living in a fantasy, you living in an illusion, my boy, old girl, shorty, my dude, whichever side you fall on. And what you dream world, it ain't real. You living but it's like you want it to be real. Could be like that, or it's like you're in a fantasy and what you want happens type shit. You feel me? It's like you get what you want type shit. Now, but in a sense where it's like you still put in energy work. It's not like you just snap and some shit happen. Nah, everything requires some sort of leg work. And you like, now that you out of some, it's like you're not under some sort of weight anymore. Regarding whether that weight was coming from your own mind or just from your external world. And that ever since that change has occurred, it's like you've been living, it's almost like you've been in a fantasy. Oh, it's almost too good to be real type shit. You feel me? Whatever space you're in your life. And you know if that's for you or not. Ain't no cards out, so it's still up in the air. Or shit, somebody could be fantasizing about you or a situation with you, or you fantasizing about involving yourself in a certain type of space or environment or relationship. You feel me? Put your foot. So whether you fantasizing, you daydreaming, or you living in a fantasy, you could be living in someone else's fantasy. Someone else got idea about the way they want the space they share with you to go. So now they in a position where they may be trying to make that happen. You living in someone else's world. Or you in a position and you could be living in someone else's world rent free where someone can't stop fantasizing about you. Could be like that too. Or you the one who's in a fantasy, whether it's too good to be true, the way shit work in your life, or you Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs and you need to work on that. You feel me? You the only one who in this dream. You might think people be fucking with you. You might think other people and what we talking about. You know what side you if your community fucking with you, then obviously you ain't on that side. It's you more on this side. Where it's like people, you might be in a position where you decide to do something new, or you decide to express a new idea or invest in a new direction, or just continue to invest in a direction. You might have not thought your friends would have fucked with you when you started doing that. It's almost too good to be true for these people to be accepting of what you're investing or expressing or doing. You feel me? Could be like that. Whole lot of different shoes for that one. We ain't even got no cards out there. Aqua. Already want to tell a lot. And look, there you go. You feeling. Now what you feeling down below is the song that's playing for you. Now, Ace of Cups is the first card out. You could have you a little emotion. And it's like, this was you gaining feelings. It's almost like something made you feel a feeling you ain't felt in a long time. And that is, it was like a call to action for you to do that. Express yourself there, be there, involve yourself with those people, associate yourself with that friend group, or associate yourself with that work. You feel me? Something making you feel, and it's a good feeling. So it's almost too good to be true, like type shit. You started from the bottom. Yeah, started from the bottom, and now you here, whoever here is. You've been through the conflict, yeah, down below. It's like you had to fight to get here, or you had to fight to get this, or you had to go through fight or friction or some sort of conflict. Whether that was an internal hurricane or external hurricane, you had to go through friction with your environment for your environment to receive this grand emotional idea, or for your environment to find abundance in this feeling. It's like you had to go through some shit for people to start fucking with what you had going on or what you got going on. And not only are people fucking with you now, if it's like your friend group, and you might have been in a position where you might have wanted to express a certain emotion to this friend, to your partner, to these people, and previously for some reason you might not, a reason unknown to you, it's like it wasn't received. And then you might have been in a position where you retracted from that, or you just went through friction and conflict in your personal life. Ain't had nothing to do with that, but you going through that conflict assisted the emotional expression when it came to that. So now when you express that, there's abundance that comes out of that. Whether that is an idea, if it's a solo battle, it's something you doing. It's like you better know how to communicate your emotions in your mind when it comes to you doing or going or saying or being with whatever we talking about. Or it's a position where someone outside of you is receiving the emotions that you express, and the way they receive it, it's real rich. So however you make someone or something feel, you make them feel real good, basically. But you had to go through death to get here. Again, you had to go through conflict, or someone might have been through in a situation, they went through conflict unbeknownst to you. You was aloof to the whole shit. You ain't know what the fuck was going on, but yet it's like you were still emotionally investing in an energy, though. Whether that energy is you could have been at odds with your partner in a relationship, but it's like that didn't stop you from trying in a relationship type shit. Or you didn't let that stop you from emotionally expressing in your abundance, or an idea you had, a business you had, you feel me? Whatever it was. And now that you here, you real rich in thought or third dimensional tangible items. There's a whole lot of money around this motherfucker. You feel me? If it's that type of vibe. Or someone can see what you bring now as rich. It's like your friends done changed their perspective about you. Cash day, yeah. Or your partner changed the night. That shit came out. It's crazy. I ain't speak on it, but I saw it. And there it go. Yeah, you got somebody looking at some shit with you. If it's a situation and you dealing with somebody outside of you, someone outside of you could be observing, or it's like revisiting the ideas they had about the relationship they shared with you, the space they shared with you. You got friends reconsidering how they invested in with you, or how they gave to the situation or the space they shared with you. You feel me? It's like that. Or it's a situation that if you in a relationship with your partner and it's like y'all could have bonded over something, but now it's like you may be in a new emotional place. It's like you're not expressing yourself differently to your partner, but the emotions you bring them are more rich. It's like you might have been giving them Kool-Aid, now you giving them red wine type shit. Now you got them looking at what they doing and how they invest into you. It's almost like making sure they're deserving of the mind or the investment you're giving them type shit. So now it's like they could be putting themselves in a new space. Well, damn, Aquarius is doing this. Well, let me bring myself and let me express myself to this like Aquarius. If you're dealing with a relationship type shit, because it's almost like you upped the ante, so to speak. And now whoever you're dealing with or wherever you're dealing with could now be receiving you differently, and now they're changing how they move and give or invest in the space with you. Right up on me, pull the trigger, you dig. The dog was down, so I can't say I took a break on my wrist like I just did a cook up. Better come and make me book up. Now I got no hook up. Better look up. This nigga shook up. Yeah, now listen. And it's like, if it's someone, it could be hints of jealousy though. Or it's like, you making someone work. And they don't like that. If it's that type of vibe, if it's that type of situation, motherfucker ain't had to work before with you, or work in a certain type of space. Because when you weren't, or before you went through some sort of friction or conflict or transformation or expansion regarding your habits, hobbies, routines, before you changed what you found passion in, what you let make you feel, it's like someone could just invest in any old emotional expression with you. It's crazy. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, because Capricorn, it's like someone could have Netflixed and chill with you any old time or whatever, in Netflix and chill in whatever context we're talking about. Whether it's just someone bringing themselves towards you in a certain type of way, or it could be like your partner. Your partner could have just expressed any old type of shit to you and then got something they wanted out of you in some way, shape, or form. But now that you've been through some sort of transformation, expansion, and you done been through a death for a rebirth, and now that you rebirth, the emotion you're giving, or the emotions or the feelings you're showing your partner, you showing your friends, it's you showing them they can't do the same shit they used to do with you. They gotta do something new. Cause the shit they been doing, it's like ain't been work, it ain't been doing shit but making you change. And you know what that means for you. If it's a solo battle, then you're not investing in a certain feeling anymore. You're not harboring in a certain emotion. You could be in a position where you observed, or you were put in a position to have to take a step back and look at what this friendship was, what this relationship was, what this idea or this communication with your external world was. You might have thought it was something that was good to put into practice, only to realize it's not good to put into practice. So you stop that after going through the conflict and the friction that energy brought you, and they put you in a new space, and you overwhelmed with a new emotion, with a new truth, with a new idea, with a new feeling, and that feeling brings you riches. Whether it just you feel doing this make you feel good, or it actually brings you third dimensional riches. Don't gotta be that though. If you're dealing with another shoe, someone outside you, just it's people find wealth in your presence. This is that type of vibe. And whatever wealth we talking about, whether it's emotional or third dimensional, or it's just like ideas, it's beneficial to you. You got good ideas type shit. You feel me? Yeah, put your foot. Okay. Niggas in Paris is the song that's playing. That's karma though. If it's someone outside of you, and it's like your partner could be in a position they don't know how to bring themselves to you. Now that you in a position to change what you give and change how you give, change how you express. Now that you done did that, you in some sort of abundant place internally or externally. And niggas in Paris, you done, and then down below is the song that's playing with you. Niggas done glowed up in some way, shape, or form. And now those who are in your presence or in a situation, it's like you got motherfuckers looking at how they was acting with you or towards you or expressing and investing or sharing a space with you. And that is fucking with them. Whoever they are. Yeah, look, because it's like you not receiving the same shit you used to take. You more resistant on receiving feelings from this person, from these people. You're not going to let your partner just, I ain't even peep. Yeah, if someone is fucked up. Yo, if it's not a situation where it's because you've been through some trauma, you've been through some shit that changed you. And that change, it's like it has you resistant towards lower or negative emotions or just people bullshit. Whether you're not taking bullshit from yourself in regards to your own emotional ideas, now that you're in this new emotional mind, or it's a position where someone outside of you can't come to you and bring you the same feelings they used to. And that's because it's like that shit's already played out. And you got them, whoever they are, looking at the emotions they brought you. And it's like they know the emotions they brought you was a dub. And, I mean, you got new feelings. You doing something that's working. Yeah, don't let me give you this. It's like someone let you get in your zone. Look, you emotionally, you over it. You ain't in your head no more. Look, you in a new relationship. This was the first card. Ten of Swords, you back. You've been revived. And whoever tried to keep you from doing that, or whoever played a part in shunning or keeping you from doing that, going through it. Motherfuckers is going through it. Put your foot though.